Hello everyone, Firemac here, and welcome back to the Realm Reborn through Shadowbringers stream recap with me, Firemac. So yeah, obviously, still streaming, still in a Realm Reborn, but we're getting there, Hopefully, well, I don't know if I'll get it in this stream, because this stream is going to be a little short, because I'm using that, I'm sneaking in some stream time right now, is basically what's going on. But we'll see how far we can get. So let's just dive right in. In flagrante delicto, Ilberd is eager to resume the pursuit of Aline Royale. Yeah, it's probably Royale. Let's go with Royale. Our hunt leads us to the East Shroud, Scion. I just want to make sure I'm actually recording here. Let's knock this up to... I'm like slowly trying to find a sweet spot of what Elgato should be on volume-wise. Anyway. Okay, our hunt leads us to the East Shroud, Scion. I suggest we follow Royale's example and take the ferry from West Shore Pier. You'll doubtless wish to make certain preparations. See to them while I go on ahead. I shall wait for you at Sweet Balloon Pier. I don't know if it was easier to just, I don't know. I'm thinking like maybe it would be faster to teleport to East Shroud and then just fly over there versus going to the Lancers Guild and taking this route. I don't need to read that. He always says that. This way, my friends. Your quarry makes for the Hawthorne Hunt. If Royale is truly the one we seek, we can expect that she means to make contact with her Garlean masters there. An explanation is in order. You are no doubt aware the Garleans have their own method of communicating over great distances. Well, our ingenious friends at Garland Ironworks have provided us with devices which disrupt these communications, and we have installed them around the city-states. In so doing, we have made it difficult for Imperial agents to correspond with their masters. Royale would thus have no choice but to rendezvous with her Imperial contact directly. Yet, as a well-known face in the Immortal Flames, she cannot move about Thanalan without being recognized. It would only be a matter of time before someone saw through her disguise. 'Tis for this reason I believe that she has chosen the Black Shroud for her clandestine meeting. The Elzen are a common sight here. Her comings and goings are not like to turn any heads. As my scouts tell it, the Garleans have sent agents with a mind to destroy the devices and render such direct contact unnecessary. Fortunately, our shinobi have thus far been successful in rebuffing their efforts. This is it. We need only to make for Hawthorne's hut and catch Royale in act. Nod of justice. Alright, so where am I going? It might be quicker to just teleport. What you gotta say, Ilberd? If Royal was here, she was no more. We have no choice but to continue the pursuit. My people report that our quarry has departed for the bramble patch. The ivy returns to the gnarls whence she came. Perhaps it is all for the better. To convict someone of her standing, we will require damning evidence against her. What could be better than to catch her in act when she meets with her Garlean masters? My countryman and I shall lie in wait in the shadows. Tread warily, my friends. We're going to catch that ivy, that poison ivy. You get it! Just beyond, Royal is in conversation with an individual clad in the manner of an adventurer, an imperial intermediary, no doubt. This is it, with me. Flame Marshal Eileen Royail, you are under arrest for treason and espionage. You are followed, you bloody fool! Damnation! You are unarmed, my lady, and scarcely garbed for battle, but if you wish to fight, you are welcome to try. What is the meaning of this, Captain? Would you arrest me for strolling in the Twelveswood? When last I looked, that was no crime, and neither was conversing with passing strangers. You would feign ignorance, then? Very well. If you do think something to say, there will be plenty of time to say it later. Now come quietly, or I shall make you wish you had. I will offer you no struggle. After all, I have naught to hide. Bloody knives. You giddy! Even a warrior of Royal's renown could not have hoped to escape by force. Despite her claims, her surrender does not bespeak innocence, but an awareness that her position is untenable. With the ivy thus uprooted, it is to be hoped that the tendrils she entwined around the immortal flames will gradually wither and die. Mayhap then the people of Ul'dah will have the grand company they deserve. But let us speak of the present. If I may, what will you do now, Firemac? Oh, I need to check on that CPU. Make sure my CPU is not going crazy while I'm doing this. So to try and seek a way into Iceheart's sanctum? Then I dare say you are eager to return to the Rising Stones. Pray do not let me keep you. Fear not, my countrymen and I shall tend to the aftermath. You need not waste your talents here. And speaking of talents, you have been training in the art of the shinobi, have you not? The change in your bearing is quite evident, to me at least. I look forward to seeing you in action. Till next time, my friend. All she knows, I got that ninja sub job now. Why do I say sub job? Man, freaking War of the Vengeance has got me saying sub jobs. There is no sub jobs. She knows I've trained. I'll have level 80 everything. Everything. Welcome back, Firemac. I understand that Alpha No had a task for you. May I ask what it was? Charges of treason and espionage against Aline Royale. I can scarce believe it. Could there not have been some manner of misunderstanding? No, it avails us not to dwell on it. Whatever the truth may be, we must trust to the authorities to uncover it. Let us speak of another matter. I am pleased to report that we have made progress in our efforts to find a way into Iceheart's sanctum. Oh, have we? A simple plan. As you may recall, Iceheart used the Aetherite in the depths of Snowcloak to teleport a short distance to the west, most likely to a sanctuary of some description. It is there that we suspect she means to summon Shiva using the crystals she stole from the House of Four Toms caravan. The heretics believe that they are bringing about the second coming of their patron saint. But as we suspect, they mean to hold a summoning ritual of the kind employed by the beast tribes. It seems likely that the result will be something more akin to a primal. Suffice it to say, they must be stopped, and to stop them we shall. But first, we must we must surmount the obstacle that Iceheart has placed in our path. Ordinarily, it would be a simple matter to tap into the established Ethernet and thereby follow our query. However, despite our best efforts, we have been unable to ascertain the position of the Aetherite to which she teleported. Our prevailing theory is that she destroyed the second Aetherite upon arrival, a reckless, desperate measure, but also an effective one. After discussing the matter at length with Ranger, we have concluded that we lack the expertise to develop a solution, which is why we called upon the aid of one who does possess such expertise, a colleague of ours who is currently en route to Revenant's Toll from Charlian. She would be arriving within the hour, in fact. Since you are here, mayhap we could welcome her together. I'm certain she would appreciate the gesture. Let us make our way to the northern gates and await her coming. Sorry, I just realized those notifications were still there. Right, it's right over here. Let me see what Billy has to say. What manner of woman is she, I wonder? We have spoken before via Link Pearl, of course, but it is not the same. Also, they haven't met in person. This is their first meeting. How interesting. How cool. This should be voiced. I feel like it should be voiced. She got the tattoos. Well, then again, so did Graha.
Minfilia, am I right?
Damn.
None other. I bid you welcome to Revenant's Toll, and thank you for traveling so far on such short notice.
As if I could ever say no to Urianger.
Moonbreeder is an accomplished Sharlayan scholar and an authority on aetherite technologies. She has played an invaluable role in our search for a means to capture Ascian souls.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Let us return to the Rising Stones at once. We have much to discuss. So that's Moonbreeder. Ooh, excuse me. Is that the Tupsi Madi on the wall back there? I'm amazed you managed to find all the pieces after, well, you know. She's referring to when Bahamut killed everybody. Because that's Louis Suarez, you know, the grandfather, the one who saved everybody. You remember the old guy from the cinematic? It's that. That's the one.
It's been ages!
Oh, longer, sister.
A joyous reunion indeed.
Well, of course it is. Moon and I are like twin sisters.
Right.
Save in appearance and aptitude.
Haha, laughs all around, the silent laughs. I
Everyone,
love the silent
laughs. If I could
laughs.
have your attention. We have with us an esteemed guest who has come from Sharlayan to assist us. I bid Moonbreeder join us here that she might share with us her extensive knowledge of aetherites. Also, as many of you are already aware, she has been overseeing our research into white auracite, a sample of which she has been good enough to bring with her.
This is important.
Well, I had to come, didn't I? You'd have to be bloody daft to turn your nose up at a chance like this. Where better to conduct my final tests than a land so steeped in ether you can taste it?
'Tis plain the passage of the years hath done little to dampen thy youthful spirits. And nothing at all to reform thy youthful manner.
Urianger, where in the hells have you been hiding?
Unhand me.
I come all this way, and that's what you have to say to me. I much preferred when you were pleading with me to drop everything and hurry to your side. What was it you said? None save thee can satisfy this need.
Go on. Thine artless attempts to misrepresent mine all too innocent motives do thee little credit. Mine intent, as well thou knowest, was but to impress upon thee the gravity of the circumstance. Lest thou doubt, a deiform entity shall shortly be summoned, save if thou and no other grantest my compeers thine aid.
You still haven't found it, then? Your missing aetherite?
We have not. No.
Sorry, I was trying to decipher what the hell Uranjay just said.
We know that Iceheart teleported to an aetherite not far from the first. Yet even after careful analysis, we could not locate the second beacon. We now suspect that the heretics destroyed the second aetherite to impede our pursuit. Our allies continue to scour Snowcloak for Iceheart's sanctuary, but we have no guarantee that they will find it. Yet it must be found, for even now Iceheart prepares to call upon Saint Shiva.
Saint Shiva? Mecha Shiva,
I'm
Mecha
sorry,
Shiva.
but if the aetherite's been destroyed, then that's that. Although, you're absolutely sure she used the first aetherite, are you? She didn't just use teleportation magics?
One of our own bore witness to her escape. I can say with absolute certainty that Iceheart used the aetherite.
In that case, there might be a way, so long as the ethereal current is still flowing.
Truly? How?
We use the current to recreate the beacon. As you know, aetherites are a bit like lighthouses. We use them to reconstitute our physical forms when crossing the ethereal sea. Without them, we'd lose all sense of direction and our essence would dissipate. However, we don't rely solely on these beacons. There are currents of ether which flow between them, currents which help guide us to our destination. Now, these currents will gradually dwindle away to nothing if an aetherite is destroyed. But if even a sluggish flow remains, we could theoretically use it to direct a surge of concentrated ether towards the void left by the beacon, and thereby fill it up again.
Like opening the floodgates to fill a dry riverbed. Though, correct me if I'm wrong, but would we not need a veritable reservoir of ether?
In concert, we might manage to channel a sufficient volume, yet that is not my chief concern. To direct the flow of so great a volume of ether with the requisite precision would be a nigh impossible task in itself.
I barely succeeded in facilitating travel to an unattuned beacon. That which you describe sounds considerably more difficult.
And dangerous. Every person who has attempted to teleport in this fashion has died in the process. They, however, did not have white aura sight at their disposal. I can use it to channel all the ether you can give me into the aetherite. However, white aura sight cannot retain ether for an extended period of time, so we would need to infuse it immediately beforehand. Just so you know, I'd confidently give this plan better than even odds of success. And if the worst comes to worst, your people won't suffer.
Though it risked the lives of our best and brightest, we have not the time to seek other options. If the ethereal current still flows, we shall carry out Moonbreeder's plan.
That's the spirit. Let's roll the dice.
A simple plan. The instruments of our deliverance. A plan has been devised, and Mephilia would have it carried out without further delay. I have already informed Alphino of our plan to recreate the beacon in the manner of Moonbrinda described. He agreed that despite the inherent danger, it represents our only hope of success. He also said he wished to meet with you at Snowcloak before proceeding. I expect you will find him waiting for you there when you arrive. I want you to know that I appreciate everything you have done on our behalf, Firemac, and that I have faith that you will return to us, as you always have. Oh boy. Alright. Snowcloak, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. My deed! Sorry, too much Game Grumps on the mind. My dude. Okay. So he's gonna get there. Oh yeah. He's gonna get there. Gets there. Gets there. Gets there. Gets there. Who's gonna gets there? We got there. Hey, what's up, Moonbreeder? Trust in the power of the White Iris site, Firemac. And in me, of course. Good to see you, Firemac. I was just starting to wonder if you were having second thoughts. Captain Ilbird sends his regards, by the way. He attends to the interrogation of Valine Royal in Ulda as we speak. But I shall not distract you from the matter at hand. We can discuss the Ivy upon your return. Oh, excuse me. I trust that by which I mean to say, the others are waiting for us at the Aetheryte. After you, Scion. Oh, I was called Scion that time. Bam! This is what we call a group attune. We're gonna unlock the super god Saiyan through this our site. There, it's ready. Still recording. We're still good. Ha! It worked! I think. Try attuning to Aetheryte now. I feel for the current and try to locate the beacon. Wow, 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 wow. We have done all we can, Firemac. For now, let us withdraw. Why? When your final preparations are complete, you must seek out the beacon we have created. If by the grace of the 12 you arrive safely, you must stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva. Shiva. Make a Shiva. Make a Shiva. That looked like someone just took a chunk out of that crystal. Just took a little big old nom. Hum. What you guys say now, Moonbreeder? I've mind to join you, but Udon J made promise I wouldn't. Apparently, I thought the thought of me becoming Shiva's thrall was too much to bear. As if I'd give her the chance. We cannot ignore the possibility that our actions have alerted Iceheart to our plans. Should that be the case, she may attempt to hasten the completion of the summoning ritual. If she succeeds, you will have little choice but to face Shiva in battle. Knowing little of this saint, I cannot say if your own strength will suffice. And so I would encourage you to call upon your allies. Some may have reservations about waging their lives on the success of Moonbreeder's experiment, but others will surely agree that desperate times call for desperate measures. Before you assemble your party, pray speak with that knight. I believe he has a message for you from Sir Emmerich. What you got for me, dude? Sir Emmerich regrets that he could not be here in person and asks that I read you this letter. Ishgard faces an unprecedented threat, yet In our hour of need, it is not her knights who stand poised to defend her. Firemac Summers, the warrior of light, savior Eorzea, your deeds this day shall not be forgotten. Where others would flee, you choose to remain. Where others would falter, you rise to the challenge. Where others would use their gifts for selfish ends, you wield yours in service to a greater cause. May Halone bless you in good fortune and see you safely home. Well, wasn't that nice? Alright. Gotta make sure undersized party's on, because I don't want to do this no randos. So just gonna freaking solo it, man. Just gonna solo it. Because I'm gonna freaking solo it. Bam. Enjoy. Done. I'm gonna go beat up Shiva. Gonna beat up Shiva! Well, hello there, Iceheart.
You should never have come here, warrior of light. I labor only to forge a lasting peace. A peace you would deny us out of ignorance and blind faith. No matter. If it is our fate to be at odds, then it is mine to strike you down.
Flashback
We
card?
whom gods and men have forsaken shall be the instruments of our own deliverance. Partake of my flesh. Fill this vessel with your light. Walk amongst your brothers and sisters once more. Oh, Saint Shiva, still the hatred within our hearts and bless us with eternal grace.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? She becomes Shiva. Cool. Then I'll beat her up in like 2 smacks. Well, it's gonna take a little longer than that. I wonder if I'm gonna beat her up before the big freeze. Yeah, I'm forced to. Because I'm doing 0 damage now. Time to do the Manderville Mambo. Embrace the serenity, renounce the hatred that consumes you. And scatter them like the dust. Now it'd be nice if we could listen to the song, but unfortunately I must end this. She really thought she had me. Oh, Iceheart.
Fool. Blind, bloody fool. You of all people should understand the suffering war begets. That no sacrifice is too great if it brings an end to the violence. Mine is the righteous cause. You fight in a war you do not understand. A pawn of liars and schemers. And they are no less ignorant than you, following the creed of their fathers without question, never thinking to ask why. Trapped in a delusion of their own creation, and blind to the truth. Warrior of Light, redemption is not beyond us. We who walk before may lead those who walk after. Seek the Keeper of the Lake. See with eyes unclouded. Do not squander Mother's gift. Hear, feel, think.
And so the vessel withdraws, a predictable outcome. Nevertheless, La Habrea will be pleased. How unfortunate.
All right. By the 12, you're alive! I mean, of course you're alive! Why wouldn't you be? I started what? And you're certain about that? Are you? Duranians are skilled with glamours after all. Look, if you say that's what you saw, I believe you. It's just that I've never heard of a primal being summon like that before. Are you sure you're not injured? Head trauma has been known to cause hallucinations, you see. No? Fair enough. I was only asking. Moonbreeder remains unconvinced that you have not sustained a head injury. If you ask me, there's not to be gained from the mulling over the implications of your story in the freezing cold. Let's save it for the Rising Stones, eh? I'll get everyone to meet us there. But before that, you had best pay a visit to Whitebrim Front and seek Alphino. He's probably worried sick about you. That, or he's busy playing at politics with his guardians. Either way, I'm sure he'll be delighted to see you hale and hearty. No, not hearty. Healthy! Speaking of which, you don't have a headache or anything, do you? No blurred vision? Oh, no reason! See you again soon! Of course. This is what happens to other people that died. Whitebrim Front, man. Why you gotta make me go all the way over there? I don't want to go over there. I just want to teleport back to the Rising Stones. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I'm tired of going there. I just want to go home. You want to go home. Come on, man. Alright. Where are you off now? Looks like you're not. Are you with Drillamont by chance? Because it seems to be you're in here. And we've been talking to Drillamont a lot, so. Yep. Called it. Called it. No, don't talk to Iliasin. We won't care about no Iliasin. There he is, and none the worse for wear. Was there ever any doubt that the Warrior Light would succeed? I think I speak for us all when I say that I should like nothing more than hear the stirring tale of your victory. It would be so kind, if you would be so kind. If you would be so kind. If you would be so kind. Then we were too late to prevent the summoning. But not too late to prevent the loss of life. An outcome worthy of celebration, and one of which we have Firemac to thank. Yes, you are right, of course, Sir Emmerich. We should be content with what we have accomplished. I, for one, could not have wished for a better outcome. Shiva is no longer a threat, and the heretics have been routed. Aye, there is a matter of Iceheart's escape, but she cannot run forever. Whether it takes days, weeks, moons, or even years, my knights will find her. So I guess by moons he meant months. Do they have months in Final Fantasy XIV? In the meantime, Lord Drillamont, is the caravan ready? The supplies that your men recovered have been prepared for transport, in accordance with your wishes. Rest assured, my knights will see them safely to Refnit's Toll. Of that I have no doubt. I take it these are the self-same supplies the heretics stole from the house of Fortom's Caroline? Less the crystals which comprise the bulk of the shipments, yes, scarcely a fraction of that which was promised, but a meaningful contribution to your cause all the same. On an unrelated note, Firemac, might I trouble you to accompany me to Camp Dragonhead at your earliest convenience? Sure, 'tis not for my benefit. A certain lord was most distressed when he learned of your intent to risk life and limb to stop Iceheart. It took half a dozen knights to restrain him, I'm told. They must be talking about Harshaphant. Like, who else is going to care that much? Men, give vent to their anxieties in myriad ways. Pray do not think less of him. And then, alright, so yeah, this one we can actually teleport to, which I like. I like teleporting directly to my objectives. Makes this so much easier. But let me tell you. Because when you gotta travel, and you got the airtime, oh crap, how am I gonna fill the airtime for this airtime? But you know, it's just there, you just gotta do something about it. You just gotta talk, you just gotta do something, you know? You just gotta do stuff. What's up, Alphina? What's she doing here? If our blindness here is concluded, we should attend to Sir Emmerich and Intercessory. But Harshaphant is right here. We're gonna be talking to Harshaphant. What were you thinking, Firemac? Wagering your very being on a dubious theory that which might allow you to enter Iceheart's lair, knowing full well that she could have sufficient forewarning to complete her ritual to summon Shiva anyway. And then engage in abomination in mortal combat. By the fury, Firemac, 'tis the stuff of ballads. A battle for the ages. Would that I had been there to fight by your side. Yet here I was forced to wait, condemned to wonder at the fate of a dear friend for a veritable eternity. Veritable? I would not wish such torture on my most hated enemy. Ah, but you're here now, and that is what truly matters. Let us move on. Sir Emmerich wished to have words with you, Master Alphino, in private. He awaits you in the Intercessory. Harshaphant, you're like a very overprotective parent. We are the freaking Warrior of Light, dude. We have slayed all sorts of primals. We've been fine. But I guess he's still new to this, huh? We just slay all the icons. Greetings, sir. I shall show you in at once. Proceed to the Intercessory. Is it waste?
On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, allow me to express my deepest thanks. Never before have we been required to contend with a primal. Indeed, there were fears in some quarters that our knights might not be equal to the task. From what we have now learned of these beings, I can say with certainty that we would have lost a great many men had the Scions not intervened.
Then the argument for preemptive action should be self-evident. Perchance now you will reconsider my proposal that Ishgard move against Nautalon.
Ere we first met, a similar proposal was tabled, but the Holy See decreed that we were to observe, and that military action should be taken only in self-defense. All things considered, it was not an unreasonable decision. Since the calamity, 2 vigils have fallen to the Horde, while Garuda has never shown any inclination to storm the gates of judgment. Which is why this unprecedented crisis and its resolution may prompt a change in policy. You who have faced these primals know well the threat they pose. Ishgard did not. Not until now. And there is naught like a brush with death to change a man's outlook.
At the very least, this should silence any lingering objections to our arrangement with Revenant's Toll. The Holy See may even feel moved to grant us its formal endorsement.
So far as it is possible, the Scions shall be compensated for their service.
We should be grateful for any aid you can provide.
As a gesture of good faith, I shall withdraw my previous request. Your people are doubtless needed elsewhere.
That will not be necessary. We, too, have a vested interest in watching Dravania's movements.
I see. Once more, I must thank you.
Sir Emmerich, if I may, do you truly believe that Midgard-Zoma could return?
The heavens are a window unto truth, but those who interpret their movements are not infallible. I requested your involvement as a precautionary measure.
But of course, you sought an excuse to compensate us from the first, mindful of what would happen if Revenant's Toll were taken by your enemies. Ishgard is not wont to aid its neighbors, but that does not preclude it from manipulating them to serve its own interests.
Choose your next words carefully.
Do you know what sort of man becomes Lord Commander of the Temple Knights? One who comes from good stock. I did not. Yet here I am now. Why do you suppose that is? Because I swiftly learned to tell the difference between words, deeds, and beliefs. You are correct, Master Leveilleur. Ishgard desires to see Revenant's Toll flourish, as it would present a troublesome obstacle to our enemies from the south.
We are so glad to be of use to you.
As we are to you. Ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement, lest we forget. One born of necessity. The dragons grow more restless by the day, and the heretics harry us nigh without cease. We have contended with such troubles for centuries, but there are limits to even our endurance. Yet as a pauper is loath to part with his meager possessions, the leaders of Ishgard are not wont to render up their trust to outsiders. But with perseverance on our part, they may yet be made to see the light. Nevertheless, one must take care when walking the road less traveled.
Wise words, Sir Emmerich. I shall make a point to remember them. I must apologize for my earlier outburst. I hope it will not sour our good relations.
Not at all. You but spoke from the heart. I trust you understand that at times my duties may prevent me from meeting with you. On such occasions, my second-in-command will speak for me.
Lucia, at your service. Pray excuse our reticence. We are but wary of speaking too freely, lest our sentiments be made known to our enemies. Know that the Lord Commander and I are of one mind. For the sake of Ishgard, and of Eorzea at large, I pray our peoples can put aside their differences. Those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future.
Should aught befall one of our shipments, pray inform Lucia immediately. You may also relay to her any words you might have for me alone. Not being of Ishgardian birth, she owes no allegiance to any noble house, making her as near to incorruptible as one can find in my homeland. Suffice it to say, I trust her completely, and so may you. Which reminds me, Lord Orchefort, if you would be so kind?
Certainly.
In times such as these, trust is ever in short supply. Mayhap this will go some way to rectify the problem. The results of our investigation into the heretics' recent attacks, as well as our interrogation of the merchant you detained.
Sir Emmerich, I cannot thank you enough.
Think nothing of it. Ishgard may be many things, but it is no friend to Garlemald.
Did I not tell you to have faith, my friend?
Okay, so I've been muting my mic because background noise kind of spiked a few times,